It was a couple of weeks, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks. When we saw the schedule that was printed for the tour, and there was like a schedule for each day, and we were looking at okay, there's a show in here, and hotel. Oh yeah, that's a nightliner, and it was always in every town the hotel was always nightliner, and I was like, well, that must be some big hotel chain or something that we some nice one. And then we realized that when we got in the bus, the bus was called Nightliner. So then we realized that we were actually spending the whole 2 or 3 weeks in the bus. And we didn't know that usually bands, when they go on the bus, the first day they pick up their own bed, and then they actually stay in the same bed the whole time. And we just thought, well, you can just crash in whichever bed, and you can change the places every night. And then the Hypocrisy guys were a little pissed about it the second night when we were sleeping in somebody else's bed. It was really exciting to realize that you are actually playing in the Central Europe for a couple of hundred people every night. So it was very exciting.
And then it was pretty much the same lineup till 2003, where Alexander quit the band, which was pretty much a fucking bust. You know, it was just so bad. It was just so bad for me, not only because it was a very important, you know, a part of Chilling Bodom, but he was, you know, my best friend as well. And all of a sudden he just fucking disappeared. But then we kind of figured, even though we had said in the interviews before that, you know, we would just quit the band if somebody would, you know, leave. But then we figured that, you know, fuck it, man. You know, why all this fucking work for so many years, and why would we just throw it all away because of one fucking guy, right? So then, you know, just kind of figured that, okay, fuck it, you know what, we're gonna keep, you know, we're gonna carry on and fight another fucking guy.
Well, it wasn't even difficult for us to find somebody, because I think Roope himself called Alexi and said that if we need any help with the upcoming shows, he could help.
Tiedätkö mikä tää jätkän nimi on? Mikä vittu, kun mä en oikeesti muista, muistako meidän kovempaa?
Kiitti jenki.
Vedäpä Roopia joku killeri likki. Siellä me oltiin 18-vuotiaita punkkareita ja me oltiin hirveätä känniläisiä. Me mentiin äänittää tällainen biisi. Biisin nimi on Dead Knights Warrior!
mom used to play a little guitar, so we had a guitar in the house, you know. But when I was about 14, that's the time when I finally got my first lessons, you know, like hooked up with a real, like, good jazz player teacher dude. And then my mom put me into a, you know, classic school. Well, that's how it started, you know. We had this band Stone, and we actually had a pretty good start on Mechanic Records. There's still a couple of bands that exist after those days, like Dream Theater was also debuting at the time. We actually played a few gigs on the East Coast with Testament on the New Order tour. Then we were dropped out suddenly because this next album was too offensive. We never kind of broke anywhere that much, except in Finland, you know, of course, we were pretty big. Well, then I hooked up with a speed metal band called Dementia. Gas Lipstick plays in him these days, you know, he's in the band. Like he was the guitar player and singer. Then I made this solo album, you know, with stuff was supposed to be Stone material. I made it with my brother. After that, well, I hooked up with the band Valtari. Their guitar player went into Creator, so I kind of squeezed in and, I don't know, Synergy came along. Alexi was kind of dangerous dude, so I had to check it out.
But then he actually called me up saying that, you know, hey dude, I just heard that Alexander quit the band and blah blah, you know, you got all these fucking gigs and festivals coming up and shit, so you know, you need a hand. That's what I said, you know. I was like, yeah, well, actually, you know, we're kind of in deep shit right now, so if you could help us out, I mean, it wouldn't, you know, it'd be pretty much okay.
Selvä. Hei, 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 hei. First gig was then in Moscow. I was already fucking sold out and big gig, you know. Boy, I heard I worked like pretty hard, you know, get those songs done. About, what's that, like 17 songs or something. Then, well, pulled it off. I was pretty happy about it. Of course, I got really toasted after the gig. You know, get all the pressure out, and that's how I became the carpet guy.
And after that, we had an American tour, first US tour ever. He was there. We had Japan, and they went another fucking US tour again. And all of a sudden, we realized that even though he was supposed to be a session member, he had been around for over a year.
It's kind of disturbing time sometimes, you know, like wondering that, wow, well, I gotta leave the band and let some stupid youngster come in and, you know, take over. You know, he can't play anyway.
It didn't take long until Roope was like truly one of us, because, like I said, he's just as retarded as we are, and knows how to drink, knows how to play. So it didn't take much more.